So in this dog training tip, we're going to talk about how to socialize a dog who gets anxiety when they're out in new public settings. Whatever system that you're utilizing, you want to make sure the system is helping your dog focus and stay engaged on you when you're in the new environment. So two things that you want to make sure that your dog has before you go into this new environment. And that is a system that encourages and motivates your dog to focus, as well as a system that encourages and motivates your dog to relax and settle. If we're talking about focus, this could be a system where your dog learns to heel and focus on you while you're moving. If you're trying to create a system to teach your dog to relax, you could teach your dog a command like settle, where they lay down, they get a reward, or you could teach them to respond to a visual cue, like you sitting in a chair or a bench, and if they lay down, they get a reward. Having these two things is important to get your dog to learn how to stabilize themselves in a new environment. Once you've got this system down, then you're going to bring that system to a brand new environment. Now, when we're training a dog and we're taking them to different environments, it's important that we stay in that environment and we keep visiting the exact same environment until your dog gets 100% comfortable with it. Until you can get to a point where your dog's walking in that environment and they're anticipating that we're getting ready to train. Once your dog is at that point, then you can go to a different environment and do the exact same thing. Once you've established at least 5 or 6 different environments and you've got your dog totally comfortable with them, that's when you're going to start seeing your dog get more comfortable in new environments faster. When you train your dog this way, you grow their mental library. So when you take it to a brand new place, your dog's going to start getting used to new places a lot faster because there's a lot of similarities from the past experiences that they've had. You also get to a point where you don't need to keep revisiting the same environment, but you can start bouncing around. But in the very beginning, at least your first 5 locations that you're trying to get your dog comfortable with, you need to work them one at a time. Stay at that location, keep visiting that location until your dog is comfortable. Then you can move on to the next one. Well, let's say you're trying to find 5 locations that you're trying to get your dog used to. I've got up here half price books, Lowe's, Home Depot, the mall, and a pet store. What I want you to do is, I want you to look at all of these locations and figure out which one is the most difficult and which one is the easiest. You're going to start with the easiest location and then gradually take your dog to a more difficult location. So what you want to make sure that you're doing is that you're staying at each location until your dog is 100% comfortable with it. You want your dog anticipating that when we get ready to go to this place, that we're getting ready to train. Once you've accomplished this in all 5 locations, then you can start to bounce around. On your 6th location, you're probably going to realize that your dog is getting comfortable a lot faster. And you don't need to stay at that location very long. Maybe 1 or 2 visits. As you continue to keep taking your dog to new places, you're going to start seeing that eventually you'll be able to just bounce around in different locations.